second and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Touchdown, Oklahoma! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Manning finds his man. It's Wingo. Quick step and go. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. The 20, 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hand off from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Now on the move. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Timeout taken by Texas, it's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it.
Check. Here we go, ready, go!
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Might be changing the route.
Ready, go!
He'll try to get to the marker himself. That defensive front just flat whipped him as they knock him down for a big loss.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Absolutely center cut. And now they regain the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up the first down. There he goes down the right side. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Texas.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's the Tegna. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Hums it downfield. Finds the big tight end. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Complete in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes 1. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bowen. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that too offensively by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. The throw to the outside is complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground and tackled there by the defense. Third and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. trying to keep the drive alive. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again. There's a little room there. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners!
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. If you can't jump out of your gap, you can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physical.
There he goes. Powers through. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
As a defender, you always want the interception, you want the big play, but I love it when guys go, and you can tell they're trying to bat the football down. They see it in the air. They know they can't catch it, know they can't make a play, but they make sure the receiver can as well.
Touchdown, Texas! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Anytime the pitchman is able to score on these option-type plays, there has to be great blocking downfield by the wide receiver. That was absolutely textbook, and that's what allowed the running back to go score.
And he tacks on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Bowen. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. The offense changing the play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. They're working that left side. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Sooners come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Ready? 129, 129.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Complete. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
The Sooners are marching down the field.
Ready? 938, 938. Ready, go.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Mateer. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Fires left. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Texas offense. What a costly mistake, and what a big play by the defense to get the football back on the interception, and now this offense can drive down and take the lead. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Arch Madness. Quickly complete. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. With the run on 1st and goal. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the option. The pitch. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going Going for 6. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He'll bring it out. It's Bowen. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. On the run, fires downfield. Hauls it in. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Working the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They'll send the tight end in motion, making side adjustments here. On the option. Now the pitch. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their 3rd timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The Sooners in the hurry up. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Sooners come down and score one of their own.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. This game will come down to this. A field goal try to save them. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this to tie things up in the final minute. This one is going to be short and no good. Not enough time. This rivalry is always full of passion. It brings out the best in both teams.